Hi, friends. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Be careful, okay? Hi, friends. Just speaking to my nephew. He's hanging out with me. Welcome to Air to Earth Tarot. I'm Ange, and sorry about this. There's a tree here, and the branches kind of get in the way of the sunlight. All right. Annoying. Okay. Ooh. I tell you. Okay. Just trying to get some sort of normal angle going here. Alrighty, so like I said, welcome to Air to Earth Tarot. I'm Ange, and we are going to be doing a tarot talk for Capricorn for the month of January 2021. So, is anyone else super happy to be going into a new year? I know I am. Alrighty, so I do want to say that all are welcome for this tarot talk if you have a Capricorn placement in your sun, moon, or rising. Placement in your birth chart, then you are welcome. If you don't know what that means, but you know that you're a Capricorn, you're welcome too. You do not have to be a believer of anything. You just have to want to be a better person and want to engage in some self-reflection. And so that's what we're going to do today. Again, this is geared towards things that you want to be thinking about in the month of January. Just so we give ourselves some time frame to work with. Any information on myself, on Air to Earth, on our podcast, on any of the other content that we have for the brand, then Instagram is going to be the best place to stay in contact with us and keep up with what we have going on. So you can check out our Instagram in the description box below, as well as an email address that you can reach me directly at. Chat with me, let me know what you think, questions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff. All welcome. So you can hit me up there. What else? Any information on decks that I use, if you are interested, will also be in the description box below. Alrighty, so let's get started. We are going to pull 2 cards in love, 2 cards in career, and 2 cards in personal development. Then we'll clarify, and then we'll close it off with an animal oracle card for some advice. So, what do we have for Capricorn for January 2021? What do we have for Capricorn? What do we have for Capricorn for January 2021? Got the King of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. What else? What do we have in career for Capricorn? Two of Wands, 7 of Swords. Okay. What do we have in personal development for Capricorn? Nine of Swords. And the Ace of Swords. Lots of swords. So we got an earth sign in their head about stuff going into 2021. Not super surprising. Wow, I never see that garage go up. Interesting. Caleb,
Yes.
you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So, some difficult energies here. So I want to jump right in. So in love, we have the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So let's break it apart. King of Pentacles, I personally see as you. Capricorn is usually a very responsible person, someone who knows how to build wealth, really how to build anything. They understand how to get from A to B, B to C, C to D, and actually ascend, and have something substantial to show for it. Usually good with their money, good at saving, building a career, building relationships, that kind of thing. Now, we have the Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. So this is talking about, with the Ten of Swords, this is kind of like a martyr mentality, like I'm going to sacrifice because nobody else will. I'm going to do this. I'm going to plan because nobody else will. I'm going to, what? Where's the ball? I'm going to think this way, do this because nobody else will, that kind of thing. And I know that I have a lot of Capricorn in my birth chart, so I think I understand, but just be careful of looking down on people, I would say, or thinking less of people because they do things differently than you. And it's tough when what you do works for you and you see people struggling in areas that you do well in, but they won't adopt the way that you do things, or maybe they have trouble with it. So patience, I would say. Patience, Capricorn, with other people. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So I would ask you, if you have trouble being patient with friends, family, people in your life that you love, because this is a love placement. If you have trouble being patient with their ways, their shortcomings, how does that leave you feeling? Does that leave you feeling lack sometimes, just in terms of your intimacy with other people? Or, yeah, like, do you feel yourself unable to enjoy the fullness of a particular relationship because of these kind of energetic, like, hang-ups? They may be unspoken. So that's what I would ask. This could also be internal. So chances are, if you have these issues with other people, then you do it to yourself. You just do it automatically, and you kind of have an appreciation for it, if that makes sense. But you have to remember that other people are other people. So you may appreciate certain things about yourself and being on top of yourself and dealing with yourself a certain way in order to be productive. Be careful of doing that, of assuming other people will appreciate it as well. That's what I would say. Just be careful of that, because there's the Five of Pentacles is about lack, kind of wandering, looking for something. So I wonder if you can find that in the relationships you already have, if you find yourself feeling lack or want, desire for things. We'll see when we clarify. In career, we have the Two of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Two of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So I would say, for whatever it is that you're planning for 2021, and Capricorn, I'm sure it's something, because you're always planning. Very good planner, usually. Whatever you're planning, make sure you cross your T's, dot your I's, and just be careful of deception. Be careful of trying to get a lot for a little. I don't know if that's you. I don't know if that's someone else. But there is this idea of, like, shortcuts. And so I would just say be careful of that thinking you can get a lot for a little. And in personal development, we got the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Nine of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Ooh. Nine of Swords, difficult energy. That's a difficult energy. That's defensiveness. That's I'm right and everyone's wrong and everyone's attacking me because I'm right, and just kind of like that self-deception. So if those thoughts sound familiar, just be honest with yourself about it, Capricorn. Nobody likes to admit to these things, but we all have it. We all, we're all human. So just kind of deal with that part of yourself that is willing to stoop to certain lows to win. The Ace of Swords is about some sort of victory, some sort of triumph, But I'm wondering, and I would love for you to think about, Capricorn, what you're willing to do to win. And if that actually, those things that you're willing to do they actually take from you? Do they actually weaken you as a moral person? Moral, whatever you define morality as, whatever your ideal is in terms of what a good person is, how often and what are you willing to sacrifice in order to win in a situation? Are you sacrificing a little bit too much of that morality piece? Are you giving away too much of your goodness, Capricorn? Yeah, there's a certain robotic kind of energy here, where you're the type to think about your emotions rather than feel them. I'm guilty of that myself. So let's clarify. King of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and 5 of Pentacles. What's going on here in love? Can you clarify, please? 3 of Swords, pain. Pain. Yeah. What kind of pain? World card. Endings. Okay. So, in the love space, we got the 3 of Swords and the World card, which is, maybe needing to move on from a friend, loved one, romantic relationship, but needing to move on and feeling because of a sense of lack. Because you're just not getting what you need, or you're assuming that you're not giving the person involved what they need, but there's some sort of lack, there's some sort of not wanting to make up for that lack anymore, and feeling pretty down about it. That doesn't feel good. But that King of Pentacles is there, so it's about, I think for Capricorn, it's not about not managing versus managing. It's about how you manage things. Let's clarify the 2 of Wands and the 7 of Swords in career, please. 2 of Swords. There may just be a lack of trust kind of energy here in your life. So if that resonates, then you definitely want to look at why that's happening, especially if it's a reoccurring thing. And the 6 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's some decisions that you feel like you need to make with regard to like your camp, with the people who you consider closest to you, who you confide in, who are there to congratulate you when you're doing really well. But there's just something you don't trust about people, even the ones closest to you. And so it's tough, but ask yourself why that may be instead of diagnosing other people. Ask yourself why it may be that you have issues trusting people, even the ones closest to you, if that's the case, Capricorn. Yeah, it's almost like you put people through tests, Capricorn. And if they pass the test, then great. So if that's the case, fine. But look at the tests. Maybe they need an upgrade. Maybe you need to think through them. Maybe you don't even realize you do this. So, yeah, Capricorn. Do you put people through tests? Do they have to pass a test to get your trust? And how do you think they feel about that? Now, in the career space, I would say that's more than appropriate. In personal space, I would say, be careful. 9 of Swords and the Ace of Swords in personal development. What can we... Thank you. 4 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. Well, I would definitely say that you want to make sure that rest is a part of your success plan, if you will. So we got the 4 of Swords, which is not necessarily like staying in bed kind of rest. That's not what I mean. I just mean like take time to do something other than actively work. Like there should be other stages that you go through in your creative, whatever you're working on, whatever you work on in life, your career, creative endeavors, relationships, whatever. But make sure that there are actual phases. And that might be why this World card is here as well. Change it up. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles, which is the desire to be fair. The desire to be fair. So again, I would look at in what situations you really have trouble just kind of conceding. And why? When are you not willing to be fair? And why? Takes honesty. Takes honesty, but the answers might surprise you. And to close it off, my dear Capricorn, we got the cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency of others. So, real quick, I know when people hear over-dependency, we tend to picture like just someone who's kind of pathetic and needs other people and things like that. Dependency is a little bit deeper than that. So I would say for you, Capricorn, in what ways do you need to be needed? Like, what's this test that I was talking about that you put people through that puts you at ease in terms of them being in your camp? And are those things truly helpful to you and healthy for you on a spiritual level? Or is it just kind of ego boosting? So that's what I would say in terms of that kind of dependency. Like, look at dependency a little bit differently and see if maybe you are dependent on certain aspects of the relationships you allow in your life. And like I said, maybe it needs an upgrade. So that's more than enough to chew on. Capricorn, I wish you all the best in January. Excited for new beginnings. Practice gratitude. That's my advice for everybody. Center yourself, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.